Before there was this, there was... Hi, my name is Stacy. Today's video I am going to do a deep dive on to IT Cosmetics and the woman behind the brand. Jamie Kern was born in 1977 in San Rafael, California. She was born there but raised in Seattle, Washington. Graduated from Washington State University, and she was graduated #1 in her class. I found this interesting. After graduation, she entered a contest for the TV show Baywatch and actually appeared in one episode. Here is where she really learned about body makeup. After this, she went on to enter Miss USA and won Miss Washington in 1999. From the pageant, the producers of the show Big Brother, they noticed her, and she was actually on the show in season 1. I had no idea that any of that about her. She was nicknamed Hollywood on the show because she was always wearing makeup, and she was actually the last female standing on the show. Did you watch Big Brother or Baywatch? I actually didn't watch either one of those shows, but let me know if you did. After leaving the show, she went back to college and she majored in journalism at the Columbia Business School in Washington. During one of her summer breaks, she interned at the local radio station, and this eventually grew to her getting a job as a correspondent on the local network KNDO. Then that led to her being a field reporter for KPTV Channel 12. As she started getting more and more into her news reporting career, the makeup artist on the TV sets was starting to have a little bit of trouble. She has rosacea and also hardly any eyebrows. So they were really having trouble covering the redness. She has talked about how a lot of times some of the producers were in her ears saying, hey, something's on your face. And it was actually the redness coming through the makeup. And as they kept putting on heavier and heavier layers of makeup, you can imagine that that wasn't helping her condition, and also just the stress of being told, say hey, something's on your face while you're on live TV. And it was around this time that she got married. In 2007, she married Paulo Lima. They had met when she was attending Columbia Business School. They had their wedding and reception at the Space Needle in Seattle. How cool is that? Which, just a side note, I have a friend from college. She got married, and her wedding and the reception was also in the Space Needle. I was in the wedding. It was so amazing and so cool. The views, that was the first time I had been to Seattle, and yeah, amazing. While on flight to their honeymoon, she and her husband, she convinced him, they came up with a business plan because she decided that she really wanted to make a product that would take care of her needs. And she felt like, if she had these issues with sparse brows and redness, that there had to be other women that were having the same struggle and having the same struggle of finding a product that worked without having to take on a ton of makeup. Now, her husband has a lot of plastic surgery people that he knew in his family in Brazil, so they paired up with some plastic surgeons, dermatologists, to really develop a formula, figure out what would work, what wouldn't. And so IT Cosmetics was officially founded in 2008. And what does IT Cosmetics stand for, you may ask? It stands for Innovative Technology Cosmetics, anti-aging technology infused into high-performance makeup with healing qualities. So in 2008, Jamie left her job at the TV station, and they began on the journey of IT Cosmetics, making the product, running the business from their living room in California. For years, she kept going to Ulta, Sephora, QVC, and was told no. She would go to investors, no. For the first 3 years, she did not pay herself, and at one point, her and her husband, they were down to their last $1,000. And again, they were hearing no, 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 but she kept persisting. They were getting about 2 to 3 orders per day on their website. Her and her husband were working 100-hour work weeks, which she later has said that they kept that schedule of 100-hour work weeks for 10 years. She at one point was very excited to meet with an investor. They met, presented the products, you know, went over the business plan, and that person said, unfortunately, no. She asked him for feedback, and he said, do you want me to be honest with you? She said yes. And he was honest and said, I just don't think that women will buy makeup from someone like you, that looks like you, your body type. So she said that, of course, that was hard to hear, but she did not let that get her down. And so they finally had one more bank to meet with for loans. That bank, they wanted to do a home office tour, and she said, you know, they were just really strapped for cash, but they, out of that last 1,000, they went to IKEA, got some desks because, you know, they wanted to look professional as they could in their home office in their living room. And luckily they were able to get that loan. She kept going, kept trying to pursue QVC, kept getting told no. And she did sign up for a beauty show in New York. She had a booth there where she would present her product. She said that QVC also had a booth. A woman came over and stopped, and she was going over the concealer and talking about how it would increase and all this stuff. She didn't recognize the lady. Then when she got done with her spiel, the lady said how she was a host from QVC. Then she came back and she's like, just to let you know, I told our buyer that she should check your product out. I can't guarantee that you will get a spot on air or that they'll, you know, contact you, but I just wanted to let you know I think it's a great product, and I did let our buyers know. So in the fall of 2010, she got her shot. She was able to have a 10-minute spot on QVC to show one product. Her sales goal was to sell over 6,000 units of the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in the 10 minutes. And if she didn't make that goal, she knew she wouldn't get asked back, because that's how it was. You got your 10-minute, you know, opportunity, and if you did not sell, you weren't coming back. So to prepare, she went out to Pennsylvania, sat in the parking lot, and she said she did a lot of visualization of the week of being in the studio. She watched and studied a lot of the beauty makeup segments and tried to figure out like what she could do different, what she could do better, you know, what she needed to do to really try to be as prepared as possible for her segment. Now at this time, all the products were being shown on a specific type of model, specific type of age, with basically perfect skin. And she was able to meet with, they had consultants who would meet with everybody who was going to come on, especially their first time on QVC, and let them know like, hey, this is what you should say, this is what you shouldn't say, you know, kind of give them tips on to make them prepare the best, of course, and hopefully get sales results. Of course, everyone told her, she said she wanted to take off her makeup, she wanted to show herself and show her bare skin with her redness, with her rosacea. And as you can imagine, the consultants were like, no. That won't work. No. This is the formula. This is the formula that works. This is the formula you need to stick with if you want success. So she had an option. Does she listen to her gut? Or does she go with the standby, this is the script to follow, and you just do that? Well, she decided to go against the grain, against what they were telling her, and listen to her gut. She had models of different ages, and she took off part of her makeup live on TV to show her bare skin, to show really what the product can do. Well, clearly, the women, they spoke. They liked her realness. They liked her being open, and the product sold out. One product sold out in 10 minutes. So that was in the fall. She was asked back 4 more times just that year, and her sales topped an estimated of $1 million. They continued to do a lot of shows. So in 2011, her and her husband, they actually moved from LA to New Jersey so that they could be within driving distance of the QVC studio. They would do like 200 shows a year. And she wanted to be at all the shows. She, you know, whenever It Cosmetics was on, she wanted to be there presenting as well. Her husband would be in the green room looking at the stats and, you know, kind of running the back end analytics of it. In 2013, they rolled out one of the best sellers. It's still a top seller, the CC cream. And she has said that she didn't want anything to be released until it was perfect tip-top shape. It kind of reminds me of what I've read about Steve Jobs with Apple. You know, everything had to be perfect, not rushed before something could be released. The CC cream, it took 4 years to get it right and over 200 attempts before she would sign off and say, yes, it's good to go. The Superhero mascara, that launched in February of 2016. That took 3 years and 275 tries to get the formulation right. August of 2016, L'Oreal bought It Cosmetics. They paid $1.2 billion, with a B, billion dollars in cash for It Cosmetics. Can you imagine if she would have listened to all the people saying no? And she has said that on the day that it went public that the L'Oreal was buying that investor who told her that women wouldn't buy from someone who looked like you sent her an email saying congratulations and that he was wrong. So that was good, you know, that he did that. And yeah. Now she did stay on with It Cosmetics 3 years after L'Oreal purchased it, and she was the first female CEO at L'Oreal. In 2019, she did step down from the company. Now we are going to talk about some of the products that I have here and my thoughts and stuff. But in 2019, she did step down and she published her memoir, which I have here, and I will confess I have not read it yet. I started it. This is Believe It, How to Go from Underestimated to Unstoppable. Now, It Cosmetics itself is cruelty-free. However, since they are owned by L'Oreal, L'Oreal is not cruelty-free. Most of the products are vegan. It will say on the website you can go to every product and it lists if it's vegan. Let's just talk about some of the products, okay? The It Cosmetics Confidence in an Eye Cream. There's 2 different sizes available. The size that I have here, this is 0.5 fluid ounce. That is what the size looks like. This retails for $47.50. If you want the 1 fluid ounce, that retails for $68. And here is what it looks like. This helps with crow's feet, dark circles, lack of firmness, and dryness. There's more ways that you can use this instead of just your eye cream. You can use it on your cuticles to give a little extra hydration there. You can take your spoolie, and what I've done before is use a spatula, put some in the lid, then take your spoolie and go like that. And then you can use it to help tame your brows. You can put a little extra on your cheeks if you just want a little bit of extra, just a little bit of illumination. Just gives a touch. Can you see? Just a little bit. It is fragrance free. You can apply this to your upper brow, to your lid, and under your eye. This got 4.5 stars on Ulta's website out of 1,511 reviews. Low reviews, the consistent thing was that people were saying that it was not the same as the old formula. Now, unfortunately, I cannot give you my thoughts on that because I did not use the old formula. Although other people said that they had drying, that it was peeling and burning, I have not had any of that. If you have sensitive skin, maybe you want to double check. I have the links down in the description and the show notes. Maybe check through the ingredients, see if there's something that looks like maybe there's something that you know you're allergic to or sensitive to. The high reviews, people said that it was the best cream ever. Somebody said they've been using it for 3 years, loves it, non-greasy. Then for the face, there is the Confidence in a Cream. This is for all skin types, and here is what that looks like. This size right here is the 2 fluid ounce, which this size right here retails for $59. There's 3 different sizes. The range goes from $59 to $85. Here is what that looks like. This is for toning, texture, radiance, elasticity, firmness, plumpness, fine lines, pores, wrinkles, and necklines. This got 4.6 stars out of 3,847 reviews. Now the low reviews, again, they said that the new formula, they did not like it. Somebody said that it pills horribly. They had to return it. I did not notice that it pills. It is a little bit of a heavier cream. So I have found, and I would recommend, if you are applying this and then you're going to put on makeup, I mean, you probably should do this for most of the moisturizers, but this one particularly, you want to make sure that you let it fully soak into your skin, let it dry down before you do apply any foundation. High reviews, one of the best that I have found, gives my skin extra moisturized and plump. Another thing that should be on your skincare routine is sunscreen, and they have Hello Sunshine Invisible Hydrating Serum Sunscreen. This is SPF 50, which I love because you can imagine that I burn easy. So this size is 1.69 fluid ounce. This retails for $35. The things that it says that this is good for is obviously daily sunscreen, daily sun protection for your face, anti-aging, hydrating, priming skin before makeup, and it's for normal to dry skin types. It does not leave a white cast. There is a little bit of a scent. It doesn't really smell like sunscreen to me. Maybe a little florally, but it's like really minimal. I can't even put my finger on what it is. This got 4.7 stars out of 1,316 reviews on Ulta. The low reviews, the consistent thing was that this is not good for sensitive skin. I do not have sensitive skin, so I can't talk to that, but that was one of the things. People said that it burned horribly, that their eyes became swollen. People who loved it, of course, loved it and said to never stop making it, that they love that it didn't have that sunscreen smell. I have 2 different formulations myself. This is the CC Plus Natural Matte with SPF 40. I have 2 shades here, light cool and light neutral. There is quite a few different colors. The $47 retail for 1.08 ounce. Now a little of this goes a long way. You just need a little bit. I have made the mistake of applying a little too much, and I will say if you apply too much, it is going to look cakey. This got 4.5 stars, 2,515 reviews. The lower reviews, they said the old formula was much better, that this pills terribly. So that was kind of the main thing that people were saying, that it pills terribly. I obviously don't know how much they were applying, but I will say that I have noticed if you apply too much, that it definitely will look cakey. In my opinion, I have dry skin, I'm 47, and I can see, yes, it will pill if you, in my experience, if I applied too much. The people who loved it, gave high reviews, said that one person said, I'm not usually a fan of full coverage foundation, but they really like this one. And the other thing that I have is what I'm wearing today. This is the Your Skin But Better foundation. And this is what that looks like. This is in a tube pump style. This one is glass, also a pump style. Retails for $46 for 1 ounce. Here are the color shades that they have for that. The color that I have is Fair Neutral 11, and it looks really light in the bottle, but I feel like on it's a pretty good match. This has some skincare in it: aloe, hyaluronic acid, vitamins E and B. Again, here are the shades. Now, traditionally, foundations will have more shade options than any kind of CC creams, BB creams, that kind of thing. Traditionally, those are going to have less shade options than the foundation. It got 4.2 stars out of 2,163 reviews. Now, the worst ones, they were saying that they didn't like how it set on the skin, it set into pores, that they didn't feel like it worked for them, it did not blend, it was streaky. The high reviews, of course, they loved it. It covers well without being heavy. So between these two, the CC matte is definitely going to give you more coverage. It's going to be thicker. So the lighter one is the Your Skin But Better foundation, and the darker one is the CC cream. Just more, I feel like it's more dewy. So in my opinion, when I use this, I did like putting it on with a brush and then patting it either with a sponge, a damp sponge, dry sponge, or like the powder puff thing with no product on it. Because around my nose, I feel like it was a little streaky, wasn't totally sticking. So that's how I like it to apply it. If I just was purchasing one, and again, your skin is like me with dry, I would go for this. I just find that, yeah, that it's a little bit more dewy, and you can play around with how much coverage you want. If you want more coverage, use a brush. If you want lighter coverage, use a damp beauty sponge. So have you tried either one of these, or have you tried their other foundation products? Let me know. I've heard really good things about their powder. The Superhero Mascara, that retails for $28. It also has skincare ingredients in it. It has biotin, collagen, and peptides. It is what I'm wearing today. The mascara got 4.2 stars out of 9,047 reviews. The low reviews said that it was a clumpy mess, that it was drying, flaking. I have not had any flaking with it. I will say that it does dry out, but the thing that I don't mind about that is it doesn't dry out on my lashes, but if you really need to use it after you open it, because it will dry out, which to me isn't a bad thing because it doesn't dry out, I feel like, sooner than when it needs to be replaced. High reviews said that it extends lashes tremendously, doesn't clump, and made their lashes look fuller. So now we're going to the lipstick that I'm wearing today. And can I just say, can we take a moment and look at this packaging? It's quilted. I love it. I love it. If you're not new here, you already know that I am a sucker for packaging. I love looking at packaging. If you're new here, I love the little details, the packaging. It just really makes a difference to me, and I love it. The quiltedness, yes. So this is the Pillow Lips Collagen Infused Lipstick. Retails for $24. The color that I have is Wish List, and it's described as a cool rose matte. Now this color currently is out of stock on their website. There's a lot of colors out of stock on their website, and at Kohl's, at Sephora, they have this color still, but they don't have a lot of colors, so I don't know if they're discontinuing it or what. It feels good on the lips. It doesn't feel drying. It goes on. This was, just one coat putting it on, and yeah, I like it. And I love the packaging. This is infused with collagen for plumper looking lips, matte and cream finishes. Now the other lip products that I have is the Confidence in a Serum Gloss. I would describe it as a cross between lip oil and lip gloss. They feel amazing on. Retail each $25 for 0.22 fluid ounce. There's 3 different colors available: Self-Assured, Self-Worth, and Self-Determined. Now the only thing that I don't really care for in the packaging is the name of the product, but there's only 3 different colors, so it's easy to look it up. And if you've just ordered one, then it really wouldn't matter. But when you take off the plastic, when you open it, see, this is how it came. And when you open it, if you want to take that off, the color name is on this plastic thing. So once you remove that, then you don't know what color this is. So again, it's a small thing, but like I already said, you know, I pay attention to those packaging details. So for me, I didn't really care for that of it, but other than that, that was the only thing. And they smell good. To me, it almost smells like candy. You can wear it alone or you can wear it over product. See, there's a little bit of kind of shimmer in there. They got 4.7 stars out of 241 reviews. These are fairly new. Somebody said somehow it was drying. I don't know. For me, I did not have any drying at all. Another person said that it was thick, slippery, and I can see how that might be the case, especially if you are a person who, you know, some glosses and balms, like I'll apply a couple layers on. If you're that type of person who usually applies more, you know, like quite a few layers, it is gonna get thick and slippery if you apply a lot of layers. You really just need to go on once. The other people said that they loved it, that it was smooth when it applied and hydration, and liked it. So I like it personally. I do have a couple of the brushes. The dual ended is $50. These are at Ulta. And at Ulta right now, they have a set that includes the eye brushes, but also then some of the foundation brushes. And that set is $65. So the set obviously is going to be your best bet if you kind of want to try, but just kind of keep in mind that those are IT Cosmetic brushes for Ulta. So they do feel a little bit different. I think that the sets are a great way if you want to give it a try. And yeah, I don't know what I can say. I like them. This is the 704, the Skin Smoothing Complexion Brush. Now this one regular retails for $49. It is on sale right now at the IT Cosmetic site for $36.75. Have you tried any of these IT Cosmetic products? Are there any that you've tried that you're like, I don't like? Or are there any that you've tried that you think that I should put on my wish list and that I need to try? Is there any other brands that you would love to hear more about? If you want to see what brands I have already done in this series, then you can click on this playlist. I was thinking that the next one would be Clinique. Let me know, give this video a thumbs up if you want to learn the brand history of Clinique. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful week and that you'll come on back and see me